everyone, I'm SHAFIRA. Now I'm going to explain about vertebrates. So, what are vertebrates? Vertebrates are animals that have backbone or spinal column, also called vertebrae. These animals include fish, birds, mammals, amphibians, and reptiles. How are they classified? Vertebrates are classified by the chordate subphylum Vertebrata. Invertebrates are any other animal that is classified outside of that class. Are there a lot of vertebrates species? There are currently around 65,000 known species of vertebrates animals. This sounds like a lot, but vertebrates are only around 3% of all animals on Earth. Most of animals' species are invertebrates. Now, what are some vertebrates animals? The first class is fish. Fish are animals that live in the water. They have gills that allow them to breathe underwater. Different species of fish may live in the freshwater or salt water. Some examples of fish include the brook trout, the great white shark, lionfish, and the swordfish. The second class is birds. Birds are animals that have feathers, wings, and lay eggs. Many but not all birds can fly. Some examples of bird species include the bald eagle, the cardinal, the flamingo, ostriches, and the red-tailed hawk. The third class is mammal. Mammals are warm-blooded animals that nurse their young with milk and have fur or hair. Some examples of mammals include humans, dolphins, giraffes, horses, and spotted hyenas. The fourth class is amphibians. Amphibians are cold-blooded animals. They start out their lives living in the water with gills just like fish. Later, they develop lungs and can move to dry land. Amphibians include frogs, toads, newts, and salamander. The fifth or the last class is reptiles. Reptiles are cold-blooded animals which lay eggs. Their skin is covered with a hard and dry scale. Reptile species include alligator, crocodiles, snakes, lizards, and turtles. Next, vertebrate is divided into two types. The first type is cold-blooded, and the second type is warm-blooded. Vertebrate animals can be either warm-blooded or cold-blooded. A cold-blooded animal cannot maintain a constant body temperature. The temperature of their body is determined by the outside surroundings. Cold-blooded animals will move around the day between the shade and the sun to warm up or cool down. Cold-blooded animals are ectothermic, which means outside heat. Reptiles, amphibians, and fish are all cold-blooded animals. Now, warm-blooded animals. Warm-blooded animals are able to regulate their internal temperature. They can sweat or pants to cool off and have fur and feathers to help them keep warm. Warm-blooded animals are called endothermic, which means heat inside. Only birds and mammals are warm-blooded. Now, vertebrates are divided into two sizes. The first is big size and small size. The smallest vertebrate is thought to be a tiny frog called Pedoprene amonensis. It only grows to about 0.3 inches long. The largest is the blue whale, which can grow to over 100 feet long and 400,000 pounds. Now, I will explain the fun fact about vertebrates. The first facts is the only mammals that lay eggs are monotreme, such as platypus and spiny anteater. And the second fact is there are reptiles that live on every continent except Antarctica. And the third fact is most fish have skeletons made of bone. They are called bony fish. Other fish have skeletons made of cartilage. These include sharks and rays. And the fourth fact is frogs can breathe through their skin. The last fun fact about vertebrates is the shortest childhood of mammal is the hooded seal. They are considered adults when they are just 4 days old. Vertebrates tend to be much more intelligent than invertebrates. Okay, I think that's all from me. Now, the next material will be explained by my friends.
Hello everyone, my name is NURUNNISA. Here I will explain about invertebrate or a vertebrata. Invertebrates are animals without a backbone or bony skeleton. Some animals have no backbones. They have soft bodies because there is bony skeleton inside. Snail, an earthworm, a bee, and mosquito are invertebrates. About 97% of all animals are invertebrates. The next is classification of invertebrates. In addition to not having a backbone, invertebrates have soft bodies because they don't have an internal skeleton or endoskeleton for support. Instead, many have structures on the outside or exoskeleton that provide support and protection. In addition, invertebrates are cold blooded, and it means that they can regulate their body temperature, so it changes depending on the environment. Invertebrates are incredibly diverse. They live in freshwater, saltwater, on land, and as parasites in other animals. There are invertebrates that are carnivorous or meat-eaters, herbivores or plant-eaters, and omnivores or meat and plant-eaters. There are even some invertebrate species that grow bacteria and cells inside their bodies that make their own food. Some invertebrates stay in one spot, while others fly, swim, float, crawl, and burrow. Invertebrates are classified into 9 phyla. The first is protozoa. Protozoa are unicellular organisms having no physiological division of labor. Amoeba, Paramecium, Euglena, Stentor, and Stylontia are some free-living protozoa. Characteristic of protozoa is the first, they may be solitary, colonial, or free-living and aquatic parasitic. The second, most of them live in water, but some live in damp soil or inside other animal or parasitic. Third, locomotion takes place by pseudopodia, flagella, or cilia. Fourth, reproduction takes place mostly by males. And the last, constantly change the body shape. For the example, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, entamoeba, and plasmodium. Second is porifera. They live mainly in salty water. About 5,000 are known today, and we commonly call it sponge. The characteristic of porifera is the first, they are found in salty water. Second, they are multicellular animal. Third, they have cylindrical shaped body. Fourth, germinal layer are ill-developed. 5. Inner surface has flagellates, polar cell, or coancocytes. And the last, reproduction is both sexual and asexual. And for the example, siccon, red sponge, a placentella, and rope sponge. The third is Coelentherates. Coelentherates has about 10,000 species are known. The characteristic of Coelentherates is, first, they are marine animals which may be solitary or colonical. Second, they have hollow body like beak. Third, the body is two-layered or diplomatic. Fourth, the body possesses a ready symmetry. 5. The mouth is surrounded by tentacles which are usually thread-like outgrowth. And the last, stinging cells or nematocytes are present. And for the example, hydra, jellyfish, sea anemone, coral, and penataula. What is platyhelminthes? Platyhelminthes has about 6,500 known. Common forms are flugs and tapeworms. The characteristic of platyhelminthes is: the first, they are commonly known as flatworms. Second, there are accommodated forms. Third, they are bisexual. Fourth, the body is bilaterally symmetrical. And the last, nervous system is simple. For the example, liver flug, planaria, tapeworm, and blood flug. 5. Nematohelminthes. About 10,000 species are known. The characteristic of nematohelminthes is: the first, they are commonly known as roundworms. Second, their body is bilaterally symmetrical. Third, sex are separate. Reproductive system is simple. Fourth, usually parasite. Some free-living forms are also met with. And the last, respiratory organ and blood vascular system are absent. For example, Ascaris or roundworm, Oxyuris or pinworm, and Ankylostoma or hookworm. 6 is Aneida. Aneida has about 13,500 species are known. The characteristic of Aneida is: the first, the body is metamerically segmented. Second, the body shows bilateral symmetry. Third, excretory organs are nephridia. Fourth, sex are either separate or the organ are hermaphrodite. And the last, the body has longitudinal and circular muscle. For example, earthworm, ledge, and polygonius. 7 is arthropoda. The word arthropoda means joint foot. It is the largest group of animals comprising of about 70,000. The animals of this phylum are found all over the world in all climates and conditions. The characteristic of arthropoda is: first, the body is metamerically segmented. Second, the body is joined outwardly and bilaterally symmetrical. Third, a hard, non-living exoskeleton is present. And the last, sex are usually sporadic. And for the example, spider, crab, grasshopper, butterfly, centipede, and millipede. 8 is mollusca. Mollusca has about 90,000 species are known. Characteristic of mollusca is: first, the animals are aquatic. Some terrestrial forms are also known. Second, the body is soft and segmented. Third, columnate animal. 2 column is present. Fourth, their body consists of head, a foot, and dorsal visceral mass. And the last, respiration is done by a part of gills. For example, snail, octopus, cuttlefish, and squid. And the last is Echinodermata. Echinodermata are marine animals. About 5,000 species are known. The characteristic of Echinodermata is: first, the skin forms a hard spiny protective skeletal covering. Second, the alimentary canal is simple and usually complete. Third, they have a column and water vascular system. Fourth, sex are sporadic. And the last, nervous system is well developed, consisting of a circumpolar ring and radical nervous. For example, starfish, sea urchin, sea cucumber, and sea lily.
Hello everyone, I am Rahmayanti Rahayu. Today in this video, I would like to explain about wire plants. Okay, the first wire plant is Mimosa pudica, or Indonesian people called as putih malu. Mimosa pudica, or straw plants, which are members of the legume tribe, are known as plants whose leaves close when touched. This plant is efficacious to reduce heat, shed urine, overcome soft phlegm, insomnia, can lose weight, and much more. The use of this plant as medicine can be processed by boiling and drinking the water. Okay, the second is Imparata cylindrica. Invertebrata cylindrica grow everywhere because strong to environmental stress resistance. These wild plants have several parts and health benefits. The part of the plant that is used as medicine is the root or rhizome, which is white in color. The roots of this plant are known to be efficacious for mouth sores, diuretics, fever, and nosebleed. The third is Hediotis corymbosa. This grass grows in moist soil with empty gardens, housyards, roadsides, and gutters. This grass is known as a medicinal plant used in China, India, and the Southeast Asian region to treat various types of disease, such as a part of cancer, tonsillitis, pharyngitis, bronchitis, pneumonia, and hepatitis. Okay, the fourth is Centella asiatica. This wild plant is original from tropical Asia, China, Japan, and Australia. The use of this plant for health is directly eaten, usually used as vegetables. It is useful for increasing stamina and blood circulation. And the next is Acalypha australis Linn. This sweet plant turns out to have properties and can be used as herbal medicine. The sixth is Sonsis arvensis. This plant is useful for the treatment of various diseases, including fever and swelling. And the next is Ageraton conizoides. This plant comes from tropical America, especially Brazil. The benefits of this plant are for one medicine by squeezing the leaf. And then the next is Hophaterum gracile. This plant is a shrub that grows wild, mostly found in places that are not too dry or wet, and then grow in sandy places. This is Hophaterum genus plant, member of the Poaceae tribe. Okay, the next is lotus. Lotus is a plant that lives above the surface of water, ponds, and lakes. And the next is Hyperbroma longiflora. This plant contains alkaloids such as polyphenol, lobelamine, isotomines, saponins, and then polyphenols. Although this plant sap is poisonous, but other parts contain anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, analgesic, and homeostatic effects. Okay, the next is Physalis paraffin. These plants grow in agricultural areas, gardens, yards, and in open lands. This plant is analgesic and can cure several diseases, including cough medicine, rheumatic, and diabetes treatment. Okay, the last is Portulaca. Portulaca is a wild plant that grows a lot in agricultural fields, roadsides, or home yards. These plants contains vitamin C and then vitamin B complex, carotenoids, pyroxidin, riboflavin, and niacin. This plant is nutritious for healthy eyes, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and reduces the risk of stroke.
Hi, my name is GITA Rahayu. Here I will explain about ornamental plants in the forms of flower. Did you know that ornamental plants can be grown inside and outside of your house? They are in fact very adapted to where they are planted. Ornamental plants are so common nowadays that it's very likely you either have one inside your house. There are many types of ornamental plants. These are the most common ones that you could easily grow in your garden, either in a pot, flower beds, or sidewalk and border plants. The first is rose, like this. One of most common and loved ornamental plants in the world. This is why they are often called the queen of flowers. With more than 100 species, the rose is most commonly categorized for its trailing stem with sharp prickles. Roses vary in size and shape but are vibrant in color ranging from red, yellow, orange, blue, white, and pink. Given the many species, Rose also hybrids, easily allowing you to explore the many varieties. Next is lavender, like this. Another type of ornamental plants you definitely need to have in your garden. Even though you can make oil or decorate food with lavender, they are often considered an ornamental plant precisely because of the way they can grow in any garden. Lavender will also give your outdoor space a lovely scent that could potentially attract hummingbirds or pollinators in general. In addition to its versatility, lavender is easy to grow, requiring very little weather and full sun. Next is moonflower. The moonflower looks as sweet as it sounds. This vine only blooms at dusk and closes back up just after dawn, attracting beneficial insects like hummingbirds and nocturnal moths. The moonflower is the perfect addition to a garden trails gate or fence. Next is morning glory. The morning glory is most well known for their unraveling bloom that occurs in the early morning and several back up in the hot afternoon sun. Once in bloom, flowers come in shades of red, blue, violet, white, and pink, and also feature star marking. Next is orchid. As one of the top 2 large flower plants families, the orchid consists of about 27,800 accepted species. The most common genus Phalaenopsis is what is typically seen in home garden and container. They come in a variety of tropical colors including violet, pink, orange, red, and white. Next is scrambling sky flower. The scrambling sky flower of the cactus family is brilliant blue-violet flower native to certain parts of Africa. These herbaceous perennial plants grow onto other plants for support, and the stem of their flowers create natural supporting layer. The strong color and fairly wide leaf can turn your scrambling sky flower into good transitional flower. Next is marigold. An all-time favorite plant for those who love to design their landscape. Marigolds are an easy way to add rich color to your garden. Aromatic and inviting to butterflies and hummingbirds, the marigold come primarily in shades of red, orange, and yellow. If you decide to plant marigolds, make sure you have patience as this type of plants will bloom in late summer. Next is aster. Named after the Latin word for star, asters will brighten up any garden and attract butterflies, and common in a variety of colors including blue, indigo, violet, white, red, and pink. Unlike other colorful flowers, aster will typically stay in bloom into cooler fall months. Next is calendula. Add a pop of color to your garden with the garden-friendly calendula. This flower tolerates the cooler months and is even edible. Its spicy leaves are often found garnished in salad and soup. Next is cosmos. Hailing from the sunflower family, the cosmos are beautiful white flowers that bloom in shades of red, orange, yellow, violet, pink, and white. Growing up to the 6 feet tall, this flower makes for an excellent addition to a bouquet. Next is Grompina. The globe-like flower head of the Grompina brightens any garden. Hardy and easy to grow up, the Grompina is a popular choice in dried flower bouquet, and Hawaii lace given it'll hold its compact shape after being cut. Next is heliotrope. Derived from the Greek word for sun and thorn, the heliotrope actually performs best when planted in partial shade. Their tiny, delicate cluster of blue, violet, or white blooms make for good outdoor containers and can even be grown indoors in a cool, sunny spot in your home. Next is impatient. Impatient make for great container plants either indoor or outdoor, given the ability to tolerate damp soil and shady area. their low, dark foliage will spot a range of color, including red, orange, violet, white, and pink. Next is Asteospermums. Also known as the African daisy, Asteospermums come in yellow, blue, violet, white, and pink. While difficult at first to cultivate, Asteospermums tolerate a variety of soil conditions and can grow during frost into mid-fall. Next is Periwinkle. This long-lasting plant, or known to grow over 3 seasons, is simple to manage and produce vibrant flowers in violet, white, or pink. Keep the bloom lasting into the winter by bringing it indoors and placing it in full sun. Next is Sunflower. Known for their tall stalk and bright yellow petals, the sunflower is an all-time classic wildflower. They most commonly come in yellow, but sunflower can also be found in rich orange and rich hues. Next is Daisy. The iconic playful daisy is most recognized for its bright yellow center and white petals. Daisies are easy to grow and not fussy when it comes to soil types, although it does thrive in full sun. The last is lilies. Lilies are one of the most beloved ornamental plants in the world. They are known throughout different cultures and they can grow all over the place as well. Plant some ornamental lilies in your garden and you will receive lots of birds and pollinators each day. They come in a wide range of colors, so pick your favorite between red, pink, or
Hello everyone, my name is MARIAM ANMOR AMLENY. Now I will explain about leaf ornamental plants. What is leaf ornamental plants? Leaf ornamental plants are a type of plant whose beauty is more focused on the leaf, both in terms of shape and colors. The types also vary, ranging from plants that have broad leaf shape to small leaf shape. So, each plant has special characteristics. For example, on the leaves that have indentations, the shape of the leaf size, stem, and leaf color, and in some types of ornamental plants, there are thorns. In general, ornamental plants that we often encounter are green, white, yellow, and red. However, it is possible that there are other types of leaf color. You can even find ornamental plants that have several types of colors in one leaf. You can also cultivate ornamental fruit plants in your home page. Kinds of leaf ornamental plants. Ornamental plants not only function to relax the mind, but can also reduce anxiety and increase one's creativity. So, do not be surprised if agencies prefer this plant to decorate the room because it has many benefits. First is Dieffenbachia leaves. Dieffenbachia leaves are often called happy leaves because the location of their beauty lies in the leaves which have yellow and green spots. Many people cultivate because it is suitable for various types of weather. However, you should be careful when planting or caring for them as the sap can cause itching. Second is Paris lilies. Paris lilies are famous for their beauty and very pretty leaf color. When he is an adult, the shoots can grow to length and give rise to new root shoots. Lilies are very suitable for use as hanging ornamental plants to add to the coolness of the porch. Lilies are very adaptable, so maintenance is easy. You can put the pot in various places, either indoors or outdoors. Third is Anthurium. The beauty of this ornamental plant lies in its leaves. anthurium are quite popular for ornamental plant lovers. When viewed from the name alone, it is unique because it has a wide and wavy leaf shape. The anthurium is a type of ornamental plant that can be placed anywhere, either outside the room or to decorate the room. Fourth is snake plant. The ornamental plant has a name that is quite unique. When viewed from the leaves, there is indeed a special attraction. The characteristic of the leaves are thick and long, while at the end there are spikes in the form of spines. Snake plant can live in a variety of temperatures, so it's easy to care for. Besides that, it also doesn't require a lot of water intake, so it can be placed inside or in front of the house. Fifth is clady red star. The characteristic of this plant, which is still of the Caladium genus, are its star-shaped leaves with a bright red color. It's a good idea to put red star in a place that gets enough sunlight, so that the color of the leaves can become a perfect red. Apart from the leaves, the stems are also red and brittle, which adds to the beauty of the red star plant. Sixth is aloe vera. This leaf ornamental plant is very familiar. The shape of the leaves is thick, long, and at the edge there are a few thorns. Aloe vera is not only used as an ornamental plant, but also has many health and beauty benefits. Many people use aloe vera to nourish hair, smooth skin, treat cholesterol problems, and much more. Even aloe vera can be processed into basic ingredients for food and beverages. The aloe vera ornamental plant originates from the African continents and has various types. Even so, each has its own characteristic. Starting from aloe vera, which has thick flesh and a few thorns, to aloe vera which has thin and small leaves with lots of thorns. 7. Aglonema. Aglonema is a type of plant that easily adapts to the environment. The shape of the leaves is deserved with unique and beautiful color hues. Because it doesn't always have to expose to sunlight, it is suitable for use as an indoor or outdoor plant. 8 is Monstera. Monstera leaf ornamental plants are types of plants that have contemporary decoration and are much popular. Apart from being rare, it also has unique characteristics on the leaves. The shape of the leaves is white like elephant's ears. There is a hole in the middle and is green. So do not be surprised if many people choose Monstera leaves as an ornamental plant for porch, because this plant is perfect for complementing today's modern home design. 9 is Philodendron. Philodendron has a characteristic heart-shaped leaf and has a hole in the middle, making it suitable as an indoor ornamental plant and placed on a table near the window. The most popular type of Philodendron are green and yellow leaves. A suitable place for this ornamental plant is shade and tends to be humid, because if it is too hot, plants will easily wither. And the last is lemon lime. At the first glance, the leaves of the lime plant look like pandanus leaves. The leaves are long, sword shaped with a color combination of green, white, and bright yellow to make this ornamental plant look beautiful. Lemon lime plants cannot start heat, so they are perfect for indoor placement, because if it's too hot, the leaves will turn pale and even burn.